13th of January, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
Okay, welcome back. Okay, Yisrat Hashem. Continue with this case. So let's see. What do we have over here? Oh, okay. So we're up to the next Ella. Elaha de Sanya. Okay. Where is this in the Gemora?
I see it.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, it's just you and me right now.
Okay.
Okay, so, but that which was taught in the Brisa, Tashem Shalo Timkor Vihi Tachtav. Just as she cannot sell while she is under him, meaning, oh, here comes Phil, meaning she can't sell her kasuva while she's married to him. Kach lo tafsid vihi tachtav. Similarly, she does not forfeit while she's married to him. So apparently there's a brisa that says she's not allowed to sell. Hey, Phil.
How you doing?
Baruch Hashem.
You busy?
We're on 89B2.
Yeah.
Right-hand column, top of the column.
Okay.
Ella. So apparently there's a brisa that says that the woman is not allowed to sell her ketuvah while she's married. Which seems odd because that's all we've been talking about for the last page.
Okay, let's see. Any Rashi over here?
Good question.
Yeah, there's a long Rashi. Oh, no, that's the next Rashi after this Rashi. This Rashi is not so long. Okay.
Okay, so
Rashi Dibra Master Kashem Shalo Timkor.
Okay, I see it.
Shame Shalom Core. Can you hear me or
Yeah.
not too noisy background? Okay.
I can hear you. Yeah, there's a little bit of noise. It's not too bad.
Okay, Call Sal Kedaita, established that you would have thought, Hachi here, Ka'amar, that it says, Kashem Shu'enu Yachola, she's not able to sell, but Oda Tachtar. What's while she's still under, while she is still under his control?
Yeah, it's a.
All the while, Kach, similarly, Lo Tafsid Mikutuvata, there is no, she will not be lose her ketuva, klum, anything. Yishvil, because shum chavala, because of any wound, unezek, and damage, shechazik, that he damaged her, but Oda Tachta, while he was still married to her, while he was still under her control, so to speak. We're still with him.
Okay, so we're talking about damage that she did to him. Shetazik, with a tough. So, yeah, so the Gemara's brought this brisa out of, after all this discussion that we've had. And yeah, it seems pretty unequivocal that we don't have any authorization to cause her to give up her ksuba, as long as she's married to her husband, even though, and Rashi's explaining, even though she caused him damage and he's owed she owes him the money for the nezik that she's caused and the chavola that she has caused him. Even though that is so, and she's obligated to pay him, but it's not regarded as though she has anything to pay him, and her ksuba is not regarded as money that she has to pay him with. Kashem shelo timkor v'hi taftov kach lo tafsid v'hi taftov. Trying to figure out what's the double lashon over here that the brisa is saying over here. So just you see that the brisa is saying two things. Kashem shelo timkor, just like she is not able to sell v'hi taftov while she is still married to her husband. Kach lo tafsid. So too, she's not required to lose it. V'hi taftov. What's the double lashon?
One is referring
Why
to selling the whole thing. The other is referring to selling it at a discounted price.
Clue. She's not required to sell it. Not required to sell it when she's still taktov. She's also not required to lose miksubasa klum, to lose any amount of the ksuba through assignments. Bishvil shum chavala v'nezik shetazik ba'od taktov. For any injury or damage that she caused her husband while she was still married to him. Okay, so now, we're at a loss to explain what there's no way, according to this brisa, that she could sell not only the whole ksuba but any part of it, and that's what the hiddush of this brisa is saying, because we were saying in the previous step that, look, if she has a big ksuba, let her sell the big part of it, and she'll still be left with with statutory ksuba, and that'll fulfill Rev Meir, that she's not allowed to, the husband's not allowed to live with her unless they have a ksuba. So that ksuba means a statutory ksuba of 200 or 100. But if she had a larger ksuba than that, so then it would seem that she she could sell it. She could sell that amount. And then the Gemara said, "Oh, no, we're not. That's not what the Bryce is talking about. The Bryce presumably would authorize such a sale in a case like that, because it would not be a violation of the din of Reb Meir. So what the Gemara said, what we're talking about is that she has a statutory ksuba. She only has a ksuba for a mana, for 100, and the husband's chavala is very minimal. A husband's chavala is only worth 4 zuz. So in that case, we said mishum arba zuze lo mafsid esrim b'chamisha. The husband doesn't have. There's a clear deterrent for the husband to divorce her in that case. He's not going to divorce her in order to get his 4 zuz if he's going to have to pay out 100 minus 4. So the rationale of Reb Meir is intact. It's not gonna be easy for him to divorce her, and so in such a case we can't cause her to sell the ksuba. We can't cause her to sell the ksuba in that case either. To pay his 4 zuz on that, and that's the Gemara is saying we can't require her to sell any part of the ksuba, no matter what, for any reason. That's it. Goodbye. Nothing to talk about. So now we go to the next step. Because we have to read this last phrase that the Gemara says. V'ha zimnin mishkach lo de mifsida. That's really the Gemara's kasha. The Gemara brought a bright that it said that we never allow her to have to lose any part of her ksuva as long as she's married to her husband. And the Gemara said that's difficult because v'ha zimnin mishkach lo de mifsida. The Gemara is saying over here that there are, according to what we said up until now, we were assuming that there were situations where we would mandate that she would have to give up her ksuba in order to pay for the husband's chavala. Okay, let's go further. So you could read from the Heti Dummy.
Alan, do you want to read? Or you want me to?
Why don't you?
What?
I'm still trying to find a place.
It's on 89 B2,
Okay.
right-hand column. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lines down.
On the wrapper? Is that it?
Hechidami.
Oh, in the middle of the line?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, dummy. And what is the case? Don in the shore, Kasu or saw, so war the old saw, where she injured her husband, and her kasuba is greater than a biblical kasuba, how then can the Baraisa indicate that the woman never loses her kasuba to pay for an injury?
So that's the kasha that we have based upon the brisa. We were saying that when she has a ksuba which is larger than the statutory amount, that we would authorize her to take the amount which is in excess, and that would be assigned to the husband to pay for his havala, and she would remain with the statutory amount for the ksuba, and that would be consistent with the Reb Meir. But we're saying, based upon the brisa that we have here now, that even that case would not be allowed. We would not authorize that either, because here it says, Kaklo tafsid v'hi taktov. So just like we don't require her to sell the whole ksuba, or we don't require her to sell any part of it to suffer any loss of her ksuba, even if she owes the husband to reimburse him for his damage or his injury that she caused. So we're left at an impasse over here. We're left with a kasha. How do we resolve this kasha? Are there cases that she has to give up any part of her ksuba, or are there not? So that's where we got up to, and now we're going to get to Amar Rava, and then we got a very, very long Rashi. What does Rava say? Who wants to read Rava? Whoever does not want to read the long Rashi is elected to read Amar Rava.
Amar Rava. Rava said, Seifa Achan Lik Tuvas Benin Dich Rin. In the latter case of the brisa, in other words, the second half of the brisa, we have come to a case of the kasuva of the male children. Behecha katane, and this is what the brisa is teaching. Kashem sheha mocheres kasuvasa la'acherim lo hifsida bisuvas kasuvas benin dichrin. Just as a woman who sells her kasuva to others does not lose the kasuva of the male children, should I go on?
I think that okay, yeah. Let's go on to the end of this idea over here.
My timer. What is the reason? Zuze hu de ansuha. It was money that forced her. Kach mocheres kesuvasa lebala lo hifsida kesuvas benin dichrin. So also similarly, a woman who sells her kasuva to her husband does not lose the kasuva of the male children. My timer. What is the reason? Zuzehu de an suha. Because it was money, or in other words, financial duress that forced her to make the sale. I have no clue what this is talking about.
Yeah. Now we know why we got a long Rashi over here. Rav is throwing in a whole. I don't want to say a monkey wrench because he's the Rava is coming to answer the Gemora's question. That based upon what we had from the question that we had from the Brisa. With the Brisa, the way we read the Brisa, there's no way that she can lose any part of her ksuba. So we had a problem with that Brisa because we saw that if her ksuba is nefisha, big ksuba deraisa, if her ksuba is more than the statutory amounts for a ksuba, so then we didn't have any problem with requiring her to sell the excess of the ksuba for tovas anah, and like that she'd be able to pay for the injury or the damage to her husband. But this price, the way we were reading it originally, the way it seems to read simply is that kaklo tafsid, he talked of. As long as she's still married to him, she doesn't lose any part of the ksuba. That's the way Rashi explained it. Rashi said kaklo tafsid biksubasa, lose anything from the ksuba. And now Rav is coming along and he's saying, no, that's not the way to read this Tosefta, because you have to take a look in the Seifa, says Rava. So what is? Let's take a look. Maybe without any more explanation, let's see if Rashi is going to clarify for us how Rava is resolving this difficulty. Okay, who wants to read this? Who wants to start reading the Rashi? You're not required to finish the Rashi. You could read as long as you want.
Let's start with the Rashi.
When you decide you want to read, don't want to read anymore, we'll get somebody else.
Starting the Rashi, Benin Dechrin. Now that has to do with the sons, the male.
You left out the word kasuvas.
The Kasuba of the male children. Sorry. It begins with Perek Nara Shenit Ta, which is about a Nara who is seduced, which is in Ketubas, Dalid, Perek Dalid, when based on the base. Benin Dechrin, the male children, the Chiyu, that are living, Lechi, they are not. I don't know what that is. Manai.
Oh boy.
It's not easy. Manai, how is it? Einon, Yichyun, that they're not living. Year tune, Kesed, Ketuba Sacha. Inherit the money from the Ketuba. Yoter more al Chokechem on their division, more on their division of it. If their sister, Achuchan, Ayu Lo Shtei Nashim, if there were two women, Kutava Ha'achad, and the Ketuba was one, is Gedol Michelle Chaverata is greater than the other one. We have two cases. Lost my place here. The Metu Shtehem, they both die together, the Chayav in his lifetime. And Yershun and he inherits, or Chad, and one dies in the lifetime, the Yershun, and inherits. Even though then lo Bava the Ketuvah, her husband doesn't get the Ketuvah Etzel Beneha, according to by her children. Im Yeshlos Ben Zachar, if she has a son. We're getting to here. And this is again the Ketubah issue with somebody having two wives. And then the question is, there are two different valued Ketubahs of these two wives. Now the husband dies. Now, who becomes the Yoresh when you have two wives now to get the money, having children? Not easy.
They both died in his lifetime. Mesu Shtehen B'chayav. Hello, you can hear me?
We hear you. Not that I understand, but we hear you.
I hear you, but I don't understand what it means.
Okay, let's take it from the top. Ksuvas Benin Dikrin. The Rav is answering. It says in the Sefer of this Tosefta, it's coming to teach us about the Ksuva of Benin Dikrin, the male children, literally. Benin is children, doesn't mean male children. Dikrin, male, because the Daled changes for a Zion, and in Aramaic. Yeah, the Daled changes for a Zion, and so this is referring to Benin Dikrin, male children, the Ksuva of the male children. So Rashi says, what is this all about? Rashi says it's the Gemora and Ksuvas over there, Perik Narim Mispatata. Benin Dikrin. This now Rashi is quoting the language of a typical Ksuvas Benin Dikrin. What's it say over there? Benin Dikrin, male children, Tahabu Lechi Minai, that will issue from me, that will come from me. Right? This has been written into the Ksuvah that's been given to begin marriage. So male children that will come from me, Inun, Yahabun, Yarson, Kesef. They will inherit Kesef, Ksuva says, they will inherit the Kesef of your Ksuva, Yeser al Chukehon, more than their portion, the Amachuon, than the, I think it means their sisters. Hayulo. Okay, so that's the, or maybe it means the husband's brothers. Who does it mean over here?
It isn't a case. Doesn't it sound like a case, though? I'm saying that I thought later on. It sounds like there's a case of two wives, and then there's an issue that when it comes to inheritance, that if somebody has the male children, they're going to have a preference over the one that doesn't have the male children in the inheritance of the estate, so to speak.
Let's see. Now Rashi starts to tell us a story. Hayulo shtei nashim. There was a husband that had two wives. Uksuvas ha'achas gedola mishel chaverto. And the ksuva of one wife was for some reason greater than the other one. Okay, he doesn't explain in what way it was bigger, but it's enough to know that it was bigger. Umesu shtehen b'chayov. Mesu shtehen, they them passed away b'chayov, in his lifetime. The Yarshan, and he inherited both of them, right? Because he was the husband of both of them. Oh, or alternatively, says Rashi, Achas b'chayov, or alternatively, one of them died in his lifetime, the Yarsha, and he inherited her. As we've been saying all along, that we know that when a wife predeceases the husband inherits the wife, and the husband is not obligated to pay anything in the ksuba. That's what we've been saying all along. Afal PK, nevertheless, lo batla ksuvasa etzul baneha. The ksuva is not nullified and forgotten about etzul baneha in regard to her surviving children. Im yesh la ben zachar hemenu. If she has a surviving male child from him, from this husband, not from a previous marriage, but dafka from if there is a surviving male child from this husband who survived this woman, his wife. Okay, is that as far as we got up to? Who wants to read now? Also, any questions at this point? We don't really have an answer yet. Rashi is still in the middle of his explanation over here, and we're hoping that when we get to the end, we'll see some light over here. But in the middle, we don't. But any questions about what we've said so far? What I mean to say.
I have a question. Where it says Eitzel Baneha Im Yesh La Ben Zachar Haimenu. So that says by her children, if there is a male child from him. So does that mean the fact that it says children and then it says male child, is that saying all the children, males and females, if there is amongst them one male from him? Or is it just saying that if there's a male child, he inherits, period?
Yeah, I think that it means the latter.
Okay.
Okay. So basically what we've seen up until now is that when the wife predeceases the husband, even though we say that the husband simply inherits the wife, and there's no ksuba paid out, but nevertheless, says Rashi, Afal Pikein, lo batla ksuvasa eitzel beneha. In regard to her children from him, the ksuba is not batul, is not nullified. Im yesh ben zachar hemenu. If there is, if one of the children is a male child who he is the father of, in that case, So then the ksuba is not batal, and I think what it means is that it's not batal in regard to the children because this child is this male child who's a son of both these parents is going to get something. Let's see what Rashi says further.
Okay.
I don't think that it means that everybody else is going to get. Yeah, I don't think it. I don't know, but I'm not positive. We'll see what Rashi says. We have a few minutes left.
Banav, and when there is not a division of children, of his children, Benich Sav Achar Muso. Benich Sav, I don't know.
And when there is not to distribute to his sons b'nachasov from the nakasim achamoso after his demise.
What are the nechosim?
What?
What's the word nechosim mean?
His properties, his assets.
I see. Okay, so when there is not a distribution to his children from his assets after he dies?
Yeah. Now we're talking about him dying. I guess after her.
Right. Note lean elu kusuvas iman.
Right. Iman, right.
Give this kusuva iman. What is iman?
Their mother. Ksuvas iman. They get the ksuva of their mother.
The kusuva of their mother, the elu kusuvas iman, and this kusuva of their mother, the hashar chokin bishav, it is divided equally. The ein yicholin, and they're not able, the children are not able to establish lomar, to say anu nitol kesuvas imanu. We will take the kesuva of our mother, that shehi kibalas chov, that she is like a creditor. Va'atem al sitlo, and they are not sitlo. What's sitlo?
V'atem al titolu.
Dependent.
No, told to take. Atem al titolu, and you do not take, shall not take.
You shall not take she'ain lemachar from any of the sale kasuva of the kasuva shahare bala yarsha, that behold the husband inherits kaimalan atem mocheres, and we establish it to them that they should sell kasuva sa, her kasuva, the achar, to another, betovas hana, for the discounted amount, umesa b'chaye, and she dies in the life bala of the husband, vayarash.
I have to go now. Take care. Shabbat shalom. Be
Oh,
well.
Late.
Shabbat shalom, Phil.
Take
All the
care.
best.
Right. Bye.
Be well.
I guess we should continue this on Sunday.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, it's
Okay, we got it.
very long, and
We'll continue it.
I'm losing the flow, so maybe we can review it.
Yeah,
Plus, we did.
absolutely. Okay, very good.
All right, thank you, Rabbi.
Okay, Ed.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Erev Shabbos. Kelly There's Rat
Tomorrow,
Hashem.
Kelly Oates.
Oh, and I should be able to host the meeting. Bli Netter.
You'll be hosting tomorrow. Okay, good, great.
Which
Welcome
one?
back to your wife.
You need a link.
Okay.
Okay. Have a good everybody. Bye, Lou. Bye, Alan.
Bye-bye.